Hi everyone, I thought I'd like to show you some Christmas decorations that you can pipe with royal icing. Today we're going to do a holly berry with holly leaves and a Christmas tree. So to pipe these you're going to need some parchment paper for piping onto. The tips we'll be using for the Christmas tree, it's very simple, it's just the number 18 star tip. You could probably use the number 16 for this as well. 18 is what I have. For the holly leaves, the leaf tip that I use is a number 352, and that's the top opening. And for the berries themselves, this is a 1B that I'm using here. You could use any just plain circular tip. We'll also be using some royal icing. So I've got red and green. I actually managed to get my royal icing quite red. I was very happy with this. I used a powder to get that Christmas red, so I was pretty happy with that. So royal icing starts off nice and soft, easy to pipe with, and then it will set hard. These ones that I have done, I've piped several days ago, and they've now set nice and hard on here. You just peel them off the parchment and use them when you're ready and you're decorating. You'll also need, for the Christmas trees, on the ones I've done here, I have used coloured cashews. It's up to you what you'd like to use. You can use cashews, you can use, these are coloured little chalk bits. I have done them where I've just sprinkled hundreds and thousands on, and that looks pretty good too. Or also I have done it where I've just piped little blobs of red on there as well. So whatever you choose to do there. So we might get started with the Christmas tree. Okay, so when we pipe the Christmas tree, you're actually going to be piping it upside down, and it's basically rows of shells. To do a nice size to fit on top of a cupcake, I start with 5 rows. Okay, so onto your parchment. And it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then piping in the little gaps in here. So this is going to be a row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now a row of 3. 1, 2, 3, a row of 2, 1, 2, and then the row of 1 to end off with, and I usually bring this one out a little bit, 1, to sort of bring it up there. So there's the Christmas tree, so it's really quite simple. Now what I haven't done on this one here, which has set, is ones that I've done previously. I have done some black icing and done a little stem on the end of that, so we might do that as well. I'll just have to load a bag up, but let's just show another one of these. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. If some of your tails don't end out perfectly, don't worry, because they will get hidden unless it's your very end one. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1. Now with your decorations, if you want to use cashews, it's just a matter of the little joints. Just pop a cashew in each one of those. So you'll sort of end up with even rows of them. I mean, you could just scatter them randomly over it if you'd like. I think this looks quite pretty to have them this way. And 1 here. Okay, so that's with the cashews. Okay, now with the holly leaves, the leaf tip for piping, you want facing you the V point. You don't want to be able to see the nick in it. You're holding it this way so it just looks like an arrow sort of thing that you're using. And to get the square boxy shape of the leaves, it's quite an exaggerated in-out motion. Okay, so it's squeeze, push in, out, in, and pull it off to a point. I actually have the point of the tip resting on the parchment paper, and you want to make the leaves join together so that when it sets, you can take it off as one piece. So squeeze and then in, out, and pull it off to a point. Okay, so again, resting on the parchment paper, squeeze, and just back and forth and pull it off. Right, get it to join, back and forth, pull it off. That one probably could have been a bit longer, anyway. And just pulling it backwards and forwards. Okay, and then with the plain round tip, this is my 1B, it's just piping the little, got a little red dot there, doesn't matter. Again, get this to join so that it's all going to be one piece. Now I've got some tips there on my holly berries. I'll just press those down as it sets so that I don't have that exaggerated tip on them. I don't really want that. So I'm getting them to touch together, as I say, so that it will come off in one piece. And just while I've got the red on here, I'll show you if you wanted to just pipe your decorations on the Christmas tree. Just very simple. Just again putting it in where those little natural divots are, where the shells were joining. And again, we'll just press those tips down. I don't think holly berries are pointy. Okay, so that's the holly berries. Okay, and so just finally, this is what I was saying, that you can put the stems on the end of the trees. This is actually just a little plastic tip that came with some disposable bags. But just with some black icing, just a little square shape there on the bottom, just to finish them off. If you have this on the bottom of your tree, you can, if you choose to, stand them up on the cupcake, sort of plant it into the icing. Although when I have done them, I have laid them down flat. So again, we've got a little bit of a point on there. We'll just pop that down when the icing sets. So Christmas trees and holly berries and leaves, they look really cute on Christmas cupcakes. I hope you like them. Merry Christmas everyone, bye.